John Stott, the theologian, says the real test of someone's Christian profession isn't in the church, but in the workplace. Now, before we get into the passage, before we start to look at how Paul is calling us to behave in a work context, let's firstly remember who we are. Let's ground this in our identity in Christ. Because if we don't get that right, the rest is utterly pointless, so you might as well switch off. Because the difference with a Christian mindset when it comes to work is our starting point is grace. Our starting point is grace. And if we recognize that, then the way that we view our roles, the way that we view the relationships that we form at work are utterly different. You see, as Christians, we recognize that you don't need to earn God's approval. You already have it. And in the same way, when you turn up at the office to work, you're not working for acceptance. You're working from a place of acceptance. Because Christ has already accepted you for who you are, warts and all, and he's made you clean. I think a lot of us worry about impressing the boss, pleasing our colleagues, making sure that we're pulling our weight. We worry about being liked in the workplace, Do people think I'm smart? Do people like me? Do they want to invite me to the pub after work? But we need to recognize that we are not on trial. See, that trial has already been taken place. And Christ has already given you a verdict. Righteous in his eyes, because he has clothed you in his righteousness. You see, when we think about work from the context of acceptance, you realize you don't need to get the boss's praise to feel valuable, because God already sees you as valuable. In fact, he sees you as so valuable that even when you rejected him, even when you were dead in your trespasses, even when you didn't want him, he chose to leave heaven's throne to step down in the form of a baby and give up his life for you.